In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace the headlights in this Volkswagen Jetta. Let's get into it. We're going to take the release handle off. You just want to take a pick or a screwdriver, just get under, there's a little tab right here. Just lift up on that. That just locks it in. Then you want to spread this. So take a straight blade screwdriver and just spread this out. And with that spread, you can separate that. So you're just trying to spread this, and there's the pin that goes through the middle there. When you get it past the pin, pull it out. You want to take some trim tools, and on both sides, just peel this up a little bit and then slide it forward. There should be some clips on the bottom and some pins in the back. Pop those up, and then the grille on the bottom should slide right up. There's a couple pins holding that on as well in those locations, so pull that off. We're going to take these bolts out, use a 10mm socket. There's one right there. Take those out. Then we're going to use a T30 socket. Take these two bolts out on the sides. And pull that out. Underneath here, you should have some fasteners, some screws, some T30 screws, or some push pins. You want to take those out. Then we're going to take this panel out. I'm just going to use a trim tool or a pick. Just get underneath here. Slide that down, and then it comes right out. Now in here, we're going to take this screw out, use a T30 socket. Do the same on the other side. We want to remove these 3 screws right here. If your vehicle has the lower ones, you want to take those out as well. This one does not have those. You can remove the wheel if you need to, but you shouldn't have to. I'm going to use a T20 socket. Take these screws out. With those screws out, you want to do the same on the other side, and then just grab the bumper and pull it out slightly and slide it forward. Do that on both sides. Before we pull that out completely, you want to disconnect the sockets for those lights. Just reach in there, pull those out, and slide the bumper off. Now we're going to take these 2 screws out underneath here, use a T20 socket. Take those out. There should be 2 there. This vehicle only has 1. There's 2 screws on top, the same T20 socket. Take those out. And grab the light assembly, and it slides forward. You want to disconnect the connector, push down on the tab, and it slides right off. And you can do the same on the other side. On the back of the light, we're going to take this cover off. Just slide these clips over. Pop that off. You're going to take a HB5 bulb. We're going to put it right there. There's a little retainer right here. Just slide that off first. Take the bulb. It only goes in one way. There's a couple grooves that there's some pins that need to line up, so line those up and push it down. Take the retainer, slide that over, lock that down, and with the plug it in. Now we can put this cover back on and lock it down. Now we'll take this cover off. Just going to use a straight blade screwdriver. Just get under here. pull that off. Right here, you're going to twist to the left, slide the socket out. You're going to take a 3157 bulb, line this up, push it in. That's all the way down. It may be a little easier if you disconnect the connector. Put the socket in, and then twist it to the right so it locks in place. Then you can connect the connector. Take the cover, line the bottom up, and lock the top down. Now you can install the light. Right here is where the adjusters are for aiming the headlights. You can use a Phillips head screwdriver or a hex socket. Now we'll connect the connector, line it up, lock it in place. That's good. Now put the screws in up top. And 2 screws down below. And tighten them down. Now take the bumper, line it up. If you want to plug in those side marker lights, you can do that now. Before you slide it on all the way, just take the socket and line it up. Push it in, do the same on the other side. And it just slips in place. Make sure to slip it in on the sides and just push. It doesn't pull out, it just pushes. Same with the other side. Make sure this is lined up. Put the screws back in place. Get those started. And snug those down. And if you have those lower push pins or screws, put those in, and then you can do the same on the other side. And take these screws, line these up. Tighten those down. And take the cover, line it up on the bottom, and then snap it in place. Do that to both sides. And take these screws, get these started, and snug them down. And the other screws go on there, and the 2 sides. Snug those down. You can see on the back side where these are going to line up with those slots. Push it down, and pins are going to line up here, and then slide the clips in. It clips in down there, and then same on the other side. Now we're going to line the release handle up. Once it's in there, we're going to spread this just like this, just so it can line up in the pin, and then we'll lock it down. Slide it through there. There we go. Once you get one side in, it's a little bit easier. Then push down on the clip, and it's locked in place. Some vehicles have a little cover that goes right here. You want to swap that over as well. This vehicle didn't have that.
Now we're going to get the vehicle ready to aim the headlights. Start with the tire pressure, making sure all 4 tires are set at the appropriate pressure. Remove any excessive weight that's not normally in the vehicle. Find a wall that you can drive up to where the ground is level. Measure 25 feet away from that wall and mark the ground. Drive your vehicle up to that mark. With the headlights off, look for the center dot in the headlight lens. Measure from the ground to that center dot. You can use a ruler to help you out. Transferring that measurement to the wall, making a mark with some tape. On the driver's side, measure down 4 inches, putting another piece of tape. For the passenger side, you only need to measure down 2 inches. Now turning the headlights on, it is easier to do this at night or in a dark area. Locating your headlight adjuster and using a Phillips head screwdriver, turn your adjuster one way or another to bring the headlight up or down. Once the headlight is adjusted to the tape mark on the wall, move on to the next headlight. If you're confused because the beams seem to blend together, you can always have someone stand in front of the other headlight while you make your adjustments for that one. Now your headlights are aligned and you're all set to go.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.